Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Paulina got off the phone with Everett's office and complained to Abe at their apartment. She had been pestered by Everett to provide a quote regarding Rafe's stabbing. Paulina bemoaned the lack of progress on the stabbing case and the pressing need to appoint a temporary police commissioner. Although Paulina considered assigning Jada, she felt that Jada would want to remain by Rafe's side. Then Paulina talked herself into believing that Jada could want the additional duty in order to identify Rafe's assailant. After meeting with Kayla, Paulina made the decision to contact Jada about the position, and Abe promised to watch her blood pressure. Paulina was off to her appointment when Kate showed up with some news regarding Body and Soul. The producers were interested in her pitch, she informed Abe. While Abe was expecting a disclaimer, Kate joyfully declared, "Body and Soul is ours." Abe gave her a jubilant hug. Kate warned Abe that the purchase might fall through due to a possible difficulty. 3 actresses had declined to move to Salem, the show's producers had told her. The 3 females in question were the iconic leads, which displeased Abe. Without them, he thought the show wouldn't be the same. Abe said it wouldn't work, despite Kate's suggestions to recast the roles or reimagine the show as taking place in the future with fresh generations of people. Kate lamented the significant learning curve that awaited them, which included finding a crew and authors. Although Abe acknowledged that he was still learning a lot, he was sure that his excitement would compensate for his inexperience. He gave Kate a look that gave away that he had someone else in mind to play Lorna. Abe suggested that Kate perform the part, but Kate sneered and pointed out that they still needed to cast 2 more crucial roles. With a smile, Abe remarked that he also had prospects in mind for those parts. Everett angrily told Kayla at the hospital that his treatment of Stephanie was none of her concern. He instantly apologized, observing Kayla's upset look and attributing his rude reaction to the difficulty of managing his mental condition. In addition, he claimed that Stephanie's feelings weren't a top priority for him. He then casually apologized once more before blaming his behavior on a scheduled therapy session. Kayla seems upset with the conversation. A scowling Paulina flipped through her tablet while she sat in a hospital bed. Paulina asked Kayla about Rafe when she came in, but Kayla had nothing to say. The focus shifted to Paulina's test findings, which Kayla verified were favorable for Paulina's cancer therapy. Paulina was relieved, but only for a moment, as Kayla revealed that she did have one worry. Paulina was reassured by her that they had detected the issue early on and it was minimal. Kayla told Paulina that her cholesterol was elevated in response to her impatient requests for further details. Paulina said that the 93-year-old Big Mama had faced the same problem. Kayla suggested therapies like statins and a low-fat diet, but Paulina angrily objected to the thought. Paulina apologized for her harsh reaction after Kayla reaffirmed the safety and efficacy of the treatment that didn't require pills. Paulina didn't want to be forced to continue taking medications. Additionally, Paulina hadn't wanted to worry Abe with the news because he was too busy with his new business. After walking into Marlena's office, Bobby groaned to himself about having to play Everett. He was having a conversation with Everett when Marlena entered the room. With a smile, Bobby acknowledged that he had been talking to himself, calling it, in jest, the first sign of insanity. Bobby attempted to leave treatment early as soon as they started by saying he had work to attend to. Marlena resisted and asked whether he was really serious about getting better. Marlena said that she recognized the value of both his career and his relationship with Stephanie, to which Everett icily retorted that since he had broken up with Stephanie, she would no longer be an issue. Marlena was somewhat aback by the news, as Everett had earlier informed her that Stephanie had played a significant role in inspiring him to move away from Bayview and pursue recovery. Everett clarified that he didn't think it would be just to ask Stephanie to wait while he resolved his problems. He also acknowledged that he had started to feel some of Bobby's emotions. Everett shocked Marlena even more when he said he wished to be hypnotized by her once more in order to face his history. Afterwards, Marlena quizzed Everett about his mother while hypnotizing him. Everett remembered asking his mother, "Why did you do it?" on his 4th birthday. He clarified that he was asking his mother why she had permitted his father to harm him in response to Marlena's gentle pushing. Everett started crying when he thought of his father's belt buckle. Everett held up his hands as if to stave off an assault while he was still in a hypnotic state. "No, Dad, no, and stop," were his yells. Everett came out of the trance after Marlena took him out, and he wiped away his tears. He said he remembered being terrorized by his father. He added that he no longer needed Bobby and that he felt like a complete person. Marlena was referred to as a miracle worker by Everett. When Everett left, Kayla dropped by Marlena's office. Kayla was itching to discuss the uncomfortable exchange she'd had with Everett earlier. Marlena disclosed, without providing specifics, that she believed her session with Everett had gone too well. Kayla raised the possibility that Everett was acting, and Marlena didn't discount it. If she had released Everett, had she made a serious mistake? Gabby discovered Connie in Rafe's hospital room and insisted on knowing Connie's purpose for being there. Connie told a story of how, due to Rafe's public work, she had felt as though she knew him and had wanted to find out what she could do to support him. Connie was told by Gabby to cut the crap and disclose the true purpose of her visit. Connie made up the story that she had wanted to see Gabby and give Gabby Chic a handwritten resume. Gabby became outraged, labeling Connie's abrupt and enduring presence as creepy. Gabby, even more stunned, exclaimed, "I don't have time for a stalker in my life." She gave Connie an order to go out of her brother's room, but Connie said she couldn't do that. Connie quickly made it clear that she wanted to become Gabby's assistant in order to help relieve some of her burden and worry before Gabby could have her thrown out. Gabby eventually warmed up to the idea when Connie remarked that she would work for free because Gabby was her role model. To see how good she was at helping, Connie went to get Gabby some coffee. Gabby was sitting at Rafe's bedside, kicking herself for not being more involved in his life. She opened up about how much she cherished Rafe and felt honored to have him as her brother. She expressed her gratitude to him for being kind, funny, and sweet and for never losing faith in her even after she had let him down. She promised to track down his assailant and wipe that scum right off the face of the earth. Connie spit in Gabby's coffee and branded her a diva bitch in the hospital hallway. After she killed Gabby's brother, she promised to look after Gabby. Connie went to leave the hospital room after bringing the coffee back. She stumbled and said, "Please let me know if Gabby needs anything." Gabby interrupted her and praised both Connie's resume and the concepts she had shared about the organization. Admitting that she needed assistance, Gabby extended an offer to Connie to work as her assistant for a trial period. Connie was overjoyed and vowed not to disappoint Gabby. Later, while in the hospital, Gabby ran into Paulina. "Justice will be served for Rafe," Paulina promised Gabriel. Entering Rafe's room, Bobby expressed his regret for allowing Wacko Connie to injure him. He maintained that he had only wanted Rafe out of the way, not dead. Stephanie and Jada took notes about Everett's peculiar behavior outside the pub. It occurred to them both that Bobby could have claimed to be Everett in order to get out of the hospital. They thought Bobby could have pulled a fast one on Marlena with some good acting, but they couldn't figure out why he would have picked that particular moment to do a performance. Jada mentioned having a thought. Jada thought that perhaps she had revived Bobby's affections for her by going to see him. Stephanie concurred that Bobby might be to blame for Everett's abrupt separation with her and his rekindled interest in Jada. Jada also recalled that during her questioning of Bobby over Lee's murder, Everett was said to have reappeared. Bobby might be attempting to conceal his knowledge of the crime, she surmised. Stephanie wondered why Bobby would want to keep the information to himself. Jada said maybe he was trying to get her to come back for additional visits. The department called Jada to let her know about Everett's continued phone calls. She hung up, telling the caller not to provide any information to Everett. Stephanie reluctantly mentioned that since Bobby had been engaged in the crime, he could be curious to hear about the investigation after learning about Everett's most recent unusual behavior. Jada had never really known Bobby's genuine nature, so she was compelled to acknowledge that it might be conceivable. They both understood that they couldn't provide Bobby with an alibi. Remembering that Bobby had been in the shower the last time she'd seen him, Stephanie became even more agitated. It had coincided with Rafe's stabbing. She speculated, or maybe I'm reading too many murder mysteries. When Jada saw Bobby at the hospital, he was reading a murder mystery, she continued. They both agreed that they needed clear answers rather than letting speculation get the better of them. Because Jada did not want anybody else to know about their suspicions regarding Bobby and his involvement in Rafe's attack, she pledged Stephanie would be silent. A surreptitious Connie heard what was said. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.